When you already have most products as the #1 seller in the industry, it's hard to make improvements, but Titleist have. They firstly made improvements with their Pro V1 golf ball. Secondly, the putters made by Scotty Cameron, the wedges by Bob Vokey, and then the new drivers, which are literally a hit.
New Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X are designed to outperform. Engineered by Titleist scientists. Manufactured in Titleist golf ball plants. And validated by the best players in the world. The new Pro V1 and Pro V1X. The most advanced, best performing golf balls we've ever made.
Both the new Pro V1 and Pro V1X have new reformulated high gradient cores. So when we say high gradient core, that means that if you cut the core in half, it's going to have varying levels of stiffness as you go from the outer core to the center, such that the outside is going to be stiffer, the inside is going to be softer. And what that does, what that gives the golfer, is it lowers long game spin, so lower spin off the driver and long irons, which gives them more distance and more consistency. For us, it's really the fact that just the commitment to research and development. We have a big R&D group. We have a lot of different specialties within the group. We're always working on projects in different avenues. We're parallel paths going all the time in materials, constructions, aerodynamics, process improvements. We're working on it all the time. So when we have something that is going to be an improvement for the golfer, or if there's a particular demand from the golfing public that we think that we can achieve, that's when it goes into the golf ball, and that's where we give it that evolutionary change. And it's one of those that it's challenging because the golf ball is so good, but it's also a benefit because we get to build on those evolutionary changes. All the advancements we've made in 2021 are still on the golf ball. We just get to make it a little bit better.
Outperform with the all-new Pro V1 and Pro V1X. #1 just got better. Again.
You would be really surprised to know that Pro V1 and Pro V1X are going to be probably better for all golfers. We've done a lot of internal testing. We actually find that the higher handicap, the better the more those golf balls help you. And so what we tell people is just try them both. We have between Pro V1, Pro V1X, Pro V1X Left Dash, and AVX, we have a lot of different performance options. So it really depends on your game. It depends on what you're looking for. For VNX, Pro V1X is going to be higher flight than Pro V1, higher spin than Pro V1, and it's going to feel firmer. But what we tell people is go try them. Start near the green, start on your scoring shots, and see which one works best for you in your swing, and then work backwards. Work backwards with the irons, try both balls, and see what you like best.
What we've done with Super Select is we've kept a lot of the great things people loved about Special Select. Special Select was our prior blade line, sleek, low to the ground, classic tour shapes that people loved. First of all, we've got this new dual milled face technology, we're calling it. Essentially, it's a new face milling where we do a deep milling pass, and then we go across a second time and level the peaks of the milling. We've got these new I-beam necks. This is a design Scotty's brought over from the tour. Essentially, he takes an end mill and we mill each side of the neck, this channel. He's removed about 3 grams of weight from the neck there and relocated it under the heel and toe. But the big story of the new line is the addition of these Plus models. So in my hand, I have the Newport Plus. We also have a Newport 2 Plus and a Newport 2.5 Plus. And the Plus models are just about 5 millimeters deeper than their blade counterparts. And these have been requested on tour for players who want maybe a little bit more stability, but still want to essentially be playing a blade, where something like our Square Back 2 or a Mid Mallet is too big to their eye. The Plus models are essentially like looking at a blade, but you've now got the aircraft aluminum sole plate. Scotty's milled out some steel underneath there, so you get subtle perimeter weighting, a little bit more stability in a putter that sets up like a blade.
At At Titleist, we want to make sure we have products for all types of golfers. We want to maximize performance for all player types. So we are introducing TSR1, and it's all about speed through lightweight design. The biggest difference here is the build configuration. This is a 270-gram driver, so we get some weight savings from the head, the shaft, and the grip. This is really designed for a moderate swing speed player, a player that swings at 90 miles an hour or less. We've made some updates when it comes to the aerodynamics. You can see just how clean the actual visual idea of the club is. We have a new multi-plateau face design as well. So basically what we do is we build up layer by layer to ensure that we are hitting the maximum CT points. So it's hot whether you hit it on the heel or the toe or the center. So very forgiving golf club. TSR2. This is the balance between speed and stability, really our max forgiveness product. We've updated the aerodynamics for this as well. We have the multi-plateau face design, making sure that we're retaining speed even on your misses. And we've really updated the shape to this, make it a little bit more classic pear-shaped look. We've seen a few of our tour players move to this from the TSI3 to the 2. So great option for the player who wants a little bit more forgiveness in their driver. TSR3, we got feedback was like, please don't change anything, but if you can make it better, like keep this look, sound, shape, but if you can make it faster, that would be great. And that's what we did. So we have a new face insert technology. So it's actually called Speed Ring. And what we've done is we've stiffened the perimeter of the face design to actually make the center faster. So for the player who actually tends to find consistent strike, this is a great option. So the TSR3 is our most played driver model on the PGA Tour. It's what about 65% of our players play. And then rounding out the line is our TSR4 driver. So this is the ultimate low spin driver, really for a player who has spin rates that are over 3,000 RPM. We have a dual CG offering now, first time we've ever done this. In the standard configuration, it'll come stock with the heavy 11 gram in the front, but you can also put the heavy weight in the back, and that gives you a little bit more stability, almost plays like a 3.5 version. So we have 4 different driver options, something great for all different player types. Starting with the TSR1, this is our lightweight model. It's 15 grams lighter than our TSR2 or TSR3 fairway, and it has a very deep CG. And what that helps the golfer do is really launch it high in the air and maintain spin. Really great option for that moderate swing speed player. TSR2 fairway is high, far, and forgiving. If you want a little bit more forgiveness, a little bit more launch, this is the fairway wood you should try. And then rounding out the fairway wood lineup is our TSR3. So this is all about adjustability. We have our CG track weighting. We have 5 different options there. Matching the impact location to the CG, we can do that. And that helps unlock speed, helps unlock the correct launch and spin trajectory. Beautiful looking shape that a lot of our tour players have really taken a liking to. The TSR1 hybrid is a very interesting new product which we just launched. It's kind of a combination between a fairway and a hybrid. So once again, this is designed for the moderate swing speed player that needs a little help with speed. So it's lighter weight design. We put a fairway tip shaft in here. So it's a 335 fairway tip that actually helps promote launch for this player. So kind of a cool new design. We're getting great feedback on that. TSR2 is your classic hybrid shape. And what we've done versus the previous generation, we've actually kind of lengthened the blade length. So from heel to toe, it's a little bit longer. A further update that we've made with TSR2 is this sole pocket relief. We save a little bit of weight, which you can position low, but what it also does is help with turf interaction. Gets in and out of the turf very fast, helps with feel, can hit it from a variety of lies, which is a great option. Rounding out our TSR hybrid lineup would be the TSR3. This is all about ultimate adjustability. So we have our CG track weighting system, 5 different options, whether you're in H2 all the way to T2, depending on where you strike. And we've really neutralized these hybrids. So in terms of golfers have a tendency to hit hybrids left, we've taken them out, made them more neutral, and we've updated the shape here. Higher MOI than the TSI3 in a beautiful shape. So we'll offer this in a 19, a 21, and a 24 degree.
Golf bags have definitely come a long way. and they serve a lot of pretty important purpose for the dedicated golfer. And over the years, really the golfers are looking for quality and performance. So really the performance of the golf bag has changed and evolved. It needs to do a lot because it's really kind of the home base for the golfers for their clubs and everything that they carry through a round. And it's really needs to last them not just one round, but throughout the rounds, throughout the years. So it's really about quality and performance for Titleist. We spent a lot of time researching and really working with dedicated golfers and getting those consumer insights and really getting out there and playing with them and really observing how they go about their round, what are they using, when they're using, and kind of how we can make their job easier. Our goal is for you to never think about your golf bag. It just needs to be seamless. You're playing the game, you need to really think about the shot, you need to really think about your game. The golf bag is the last thing you need to think about. It just needs to work.
When you walk through the clothing section at the PGA Golf Show, it's an absolute mind blow. There are so many wonderful stands, but I get really extra excited when I get to Under Armour. Jordan Spieth. Everybody loves Jordan Spieth, and on the golf course he looks super sharp. We get the chance now to talk to Jake Haley about what's new from Under Armour in terms of their golf shoes.
So this is the Charge Draw 2 SL. It's new for 2023, where it really is kicking off where Under Armour, we're in a strategic shift, really trying to get all our styles a lot more athletic. So you can see it's got that very athletic silhouette. It's a ripstop upper, but it's treated with never wet. So you still get that nice water resistance that you need in a golf shoe. But the ripstop upper and the design lines all give you a really athletic design, and then you get optimal performance with this rotational resistance outsole, so preventing that slipping, that rotational slipping that you can get. Spike version of the same shoe, so you can see very similar upper design lines, but we go to this synthetic leather upper, and this is fully waterproof. So similar design lines, keeping that really athletic look. This one, the most value you'll get at this price point for a spiked bottom. When you look across the market at most spiked shoes, at this price point, you're seeing, a 4 spiked bottom, sort of hybrid situation. This has 9 spikes and our rotational resistant RST spikes that are strategically placed to resist that motion. So incredible price to value with this plate at this price point. And like I said, that waterproof upper with that athletic design gives you that sneaker-like fit and feel. This is the Drive SL. This is that perfect compromise of comfort and performance. You're getting that thick hover midsole. Hover is our cushioning technology that is really soft but has really good rebound, that trampoline effect, and it's very durable, lasts a long time. And we strategically place the hover midsole, so it's actually only on the inside of the foot. You can see how it's exposed just on the inside of the foot. We work with a biomechanist named JJ Rivet out in France, who told us you kind of want to sink into a softer foam a little bit on that inside, but it has that trampoline effect, and then you have the slightly firmer foam on the outside. So a dual compound midsole gives you that really nice soft feel where you need it, and slightly firmer where you need it, and then a fully waterproof upper, nice soft plush synthetic leather, and a really athletic shape that we've gone to in this Drive SL. Yep, so here's the Drive 2. This is what Jordan and all our PGA guys wear. Like I said, it's getting toward that really athletic aesthetic that we want, but still has that tour performance. So you got the fully waterproof upper with the really sleek design and shape, this 3D molded heel that gives you that really plush locking, almost like a vacuum seal when you put your foot in this heel. Jordan's really keen on that. Anytime he picks up a shoe, he's feeling the heel, feeling how his heel is going to kind of suck in there and be locked in. So he's always harping on this part of the shoe. So he wants the whole shoe to be a next to skin type of feel. So he's one with the shoe. So that's what we always try to go to with the upper. Then with the outsole, we got a ton of technology. Jordan really has a strong motion onto his left side. So we've got a rotational resistant spikes, and that's coupled with our dual compound midsole. So we've got that really supportive charged foam on the outside to support the foot where he's kind of got that little rollover, and then you got the softer plush hover foam in the heel and the medial side that you're really going to generate a lot of that power out of. So we work really closely with Jordan and with our biomechanist JJ Rivet to get to this end result. That's a shoe that he's loved and all our PGA guys have loved. We've seen tremendous results. Maverick McNeely, one of our PGA guys, when he shifted into this shoe, he added 2 miles per hour of swing speed. Phantom SL, this is the most exciting one to me. This is really kickstarting our strategic shift into what we say we want to be the golf brand for athletes. So that's what we're standing for, is these really athletic builds, really brand right for Under Armour. So the Phantom is our #1 trainer globally. We took that Phantom trainer and turned it into a golf shoe. So you got the fit and feel of a trainer, but then the water resistance and the traction of a golf shoe. So it's everything you need for that nice comfort, plush fit and feel, but still get that performance of a golf shoe. So it's a knit upper, but it's fully storm treated, got that never wet treatment on it. So you're still gonna get that water resistant design that you very much need. The most comfortable golf shoe I've ever worn, and then you still have a really nice performance bottom. So when you look at those trainer type of golf shoes, most of them, they're just like extending the lugs a little bit. You don't get that great of performance. We still have an awesome performing tool here that we tested with our biomechanists, and you're getting incredible performance here. But most of all, it's just beautiful. So that's the goal. Without beauty, there's no performance. So it's got to be beautiful for them to grab it off the wall, and we love how this shoe looks and feels.
This is our take on performance sweater. We wanted to combine what Under Armour is known for in the fleece plus the storm and give you an awesome golf sweater that's going to be super versatile. It's going to give you kind of the traditional sweater look up close, but on the back side it's going to give you the brushed fleece and then the storm protection that you really need when you're out in the elements. This is our Storm Windstrike layer. So this is going to be windproof. It's going to give you storm protection, and it's going to give you a little bit of stretch. And what we've done is we've actually made it so that the construction of this piece is going to work with the fabric to give you more stretch where you need it through the back in your golf swing. We have them in a variety of solids as well as some color black that's going to bring in some great athletic details. And then also we play with the branding this season just to give you a little pop, a little bit of a performance take on the piece. This is our Storm mid-layer that we have in a half zip as well as a full zip. Now this is going to be kind of like your mid-weight layer, so a little bit of a denser, tighter knit with the storm protection on it. It's going to be amazing stretch, come in color blocked as well as solid, and have some 3-pop details, so it does bring in kind of a performance take. We have solid black, we have solid blue, and then you're going to get some awesome color blocking that really looks sporty. This is our Storm Daytona full zip. So we offer this in a half zip as well as a vest. And this season, it was all about making sure that we brought in some sporty approach to the design as well as these zippers and as well as color blocking in some of our styles that we have. The hoodie is a controversial thing in golf right now. You either like it or you don't like it. I think some of the younger consumers are okay with it. Some people think it's a distraction. Either way, people are still looking to us to have those versatile pieces in their collection that they can wear on and off, of course. We have it in some color blocked blues, we have black to red, we have a few other SKUs as well. So this is our ISO Chill Polo. So this is definitely a fabrication that we've had around for a few years now, but it's awesome performing fabric that's going to be cool to the touch, but also when you're out there, it's going to make it so that your body remains cooler longer and has you max out later. So in it we have a yarn that's full of titanium dioxide, and then also the shape of the yarn is flat, so it's going to lay next to your skin and actually give you that cooling effect. So all of it together is going to help you perform longer. So we have gotten Jordan in pretty much every single polo that we offer now, which is awesome. He's super open to wearing the different colors. So we do work with him and make sure he feels comfortable in it. We always want him to look good and feel good when he's playing. Also in our ISO Chill collection, we have a range of bottoms that have gotten great reaction. We have pants as well as shorts, and we're using that same technology in these woven bottoms. You're going to get also a new air vent fabrication that we started launching in 23 that's going to have a little bit of a heathered approach, as well as it's going to give you more breathability throughout the whole short. And we haven't left out the ladies. A lot of our key franchises we offer in men's as well as women's, starting with our playoffs. So we have a lot of great novelty in playoff polos, making sure that we bring in details like prints and stripes as well as feminine rib details as well for her. And then in terms of layers, we also have our Daytona in women's, so making sure that we offer her a great cover-up piece here, and then of course bringing in our hood. And then for bottoms, we know she loves skirts, so making sure she has a range of skirts as well as shorts to pair back to the outfits. And we really, for women's, make sure that the whole collection comes together and looks awesome head to toe, because we know that's how she's dressing.
The first 3 tournaments on the PGA Tour in 2023 have been won by Paradigm Golf Clubs. Paradigm? It's a brand new model golf club just been brought out by Callaway. We came here to see what all the fuss was about.
Everyone expects distance from their driver. We're shifting the paradigm to deliver far more than that. We constructed the first ever 360 carbon chassis. It's 44% lighter than titanium, shifting weight to actively enhance both distance and forgiveness. Now you get 15% tighter downrange dispersion in our longest driver ever. This is the new paradigm in performance from Callaway, the kings of distance.
This hit by far is the best feel through impact I've had with any driver I've ever played. Not only when you hit it good, but the misses as well, especially the heel miss, which is what I tend to have.
I'd say we all fit in the drivers pretty easily. A few swings, immediately we'll know if it's good or not. I've seen John at the testing center, him hit like 2 or 3 drives and then walk out. So that always, John fits into any driver pretty darn easy.
Being able to find something that you still gain a little bit of distance, but your misses are much tighter. And I think, you know, especially, you know, as we get into more difficult golf courses, having the, you know, the confidence to get up there and know that, you know, you can make a really committed swing and know that this driver is going to, even if you miss hit it, it's still most likely going to be, yeah. So I think that's the biggest thing that I've noticed.
That in itself is going to allow you to swing a little harder when you're comfortable.
Exactly.
So better misses, and so it's going to be a great thing.
Yep.
We're going to start with what we call our 360-degree chassis. So this is all carbon. So this is a driver head. It's basically 3 pieces. And this is 2 different types of carbon fiber. So you have a triaxial carbon fiber. This is super thin, but super strong. We've used this for a few years now, but what is maybe most exciting is what we call forged carbon. This is all new, really only been used on race cars and exotic vehicles before, but now being used in golf. This is actually different pieces of fiber, if you will, different, that's literally formed together, forged together, that's super strong. We can do different thicknesses, we can do different elevations, we can make it whatever we need it to do. Never been able to do before in carbon. It's always been kind of flat, maybe a little curved. So this is amazing, and why it's amazing is it allows us to push a ton of weight to the face and to the back. So it's carbon fiber where it does the most good, not just carbon fiber for the sake of carbon fiber, so we can really move mass. The R&D team could put technology into the face, move mass to the back to help with MOI, and really drive performance.
Yeah, this is the part that I hate. I hate when they give me a new club and I can't take it home.
It's very nice. The color is very subtle.
The thing looks amazing, by the way. Like, I see this, I want to hit it.
I think I hit it like straighter than my old one.
It's the paradigm, baby.
Wow. That sounded like you mashed it.
We'll know within, what, 2 or 3 shots if it's going to be one that we can go with or not, so.
Ooh, 4 miles an hour faster. 4 miles an hour faster.
The impact actually feels really nice.
Yeah, it feels really nice, doing what it's supposed to do.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
That was it right there.
Yep. Okay, so that launched a little higher. It carried 325. So when you launch, put it this way, when you get launch above 10.
It did what?
Yeah, dude.
Wow, it's a good one.
That is a good one to finish with.
Really good numbers right there, though. If he stops talking to you, doesn't say anything, and just continues to hit it, you can tell he's having fun.
I really like the feel of the face.
Feels soft.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's fast.
Yes.
So I don't know
Great
how you
combination.
guys make it like soft and fast.
Very smart people.
I know.
Makes me feel
This
better about
looks
next
good. This looks good.
Oh my God. It literally was the best swing of the day right there.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
We have 3 different models. All of them feature our jailbreak AI, features a forged carbon face cup, Great performance. We have our Paradigm driver, which is kind of in the middle. It's the one I'm holding now. It's got a 15-gram movable weight in the back. We have our Paradigm X, a little more draw bias, a little bit higher launching, a little more spinning. For those players who, fight a fade, fight a slice, it's a great product for them. And then we have our Paradigm Triple Diamond. That's our #1 driver on tour. That's what John Rahm's used doing a couple events. Lower spinning, a little bit smaller profile, but still very forgiving for that player type.
Callaway's new Paradigm fairway woods offer game-changing construction, featuring jailbreak AI with Batwing technology.
Let it.
It's Callaway's longest fairway wood ever. That is now up to 7 yards longer. The new Paradigm in performance from Callaway.
3 fairway woods, they match up. We have a Paradigm fairway wood, Paradigm X, get a little more draw bias, and the Triple Diamond. We get a little bit lower flight, a little more penetrating flight, a little bit lower spin. That's got some great technology as well. Now adjustable hosels, great way to get fit. It's got what we call our Batwing technology with the jailbreak. So again, really fast ball speeds, really forgiving. For the Triple Diamond, for better players, it comes in a 3+, a 3, what we call a 3HL, kind of like a 4 wood, a little bit higher loft, and a 5. You get down to the Paradigm and Paradigm X, you got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 wood. So, we get you whatever loft you need to get you dialed in. Those players typically don't need a 3 or 4 iron, and in a lot of cases even a 5 iron. So it's finding the right combination of fairway woods and hybrids for them. So 2 great hybrids this year, Paradigm, Paradigm X, great matchup with the irons, as well as a great matchup to tie in the fairway woods. Some of the same similar technology. We got the Batwing technology in the toe area. We also have the adjustable first time for the hybrids in a little bit, so really get you dialed in. Tungsten cartridge in the sole. This really helps with speed and forgiveness. A new kind of fairway wood, a little more rounded shape. We're getting tremendous feedback from tour and players alike. And with that comes a new what we call a cut wave sole. So head's a little bit bigger, but still a great size, but just a little bit better turf interaction. So 2 options, the Paradigm, Paradigm X, again, same way, Paradigms for most players, including some really good players who put this in the bag. And then again, the Paradigm X, a little more draw bias, a little easier to get airborne. The Paradigm comes in lofts, so 18, 21, 24, 27. When you get to the Paradigm X, that'd be 3 through 7 hybrids.
Callaway's new Paradigm irons are a first in forging, and an AI-designed, high-strength 455 face cup with a revolutionary hollow body speed frame. Introducing our most powerful forged iron. It doesn't sacrifice distance or feel. In fact, it actively enhances both. The new Paradigm in performance from Callaway.
So we have the Paradigm. This is kind of your for most players, quite frankly. Very fast, 455 forged cup face with the different topography from AI. We also have dual tungsten weighting, so 2 different tungsten weights to get the mass right where we need it to. And what we call speed frame ties it all together. So internally here, it's a speed frame that gives us the right robustness from a speed and spin, but with lots of weights removed. So give us that ability to put tungsten in there. We also have something called urethane microspheres, which makes this, even though it is a great technology, lots of pieces, it feels like a forged club. It has that great satisfying sound and feel. All that same technology we also have in the Paradigm X, a little bit more offset, a little bit bigger head, again, a little bit better typically for that player who maybe struggles with the slice, needs help getting the ball in the air. So again, whatever your handicap, kind of that, low single digits all the way up, we've got a great Paradigm iron for you. Standard set makeup would be a 4 iron through 9 iron, pitching wedge and approach wedge. That'd be the standard one, but we always recommend players get fit. Maybe you only need a 5 iron through an approach wedge. Maybe you need an initial gap wedge. So we can customize it, but again, that 4 through would be the way to go. We have our great True Temper Elevate MPH, that's the standard steel shaft. Then we have a couple graphite shafts, the Hazardous Silver, Project X Hazardous Silver, as well as an Aldila Ascent. That's a little more of the lighter weight options. So one of the great things about Callaway and our ability to use AI, artificial intelligence, is each and every club and each and every loft is designed individually. So we don't just say, hey, this works on a driver, we're gonna make it a little smaller and make it a 5-wood. We say, who's the player type for this 5-wood? What do they need it to do? And then we use our AI to get the face right, to get the jailbreak right, to really maximize all the performance that a human couldn't do. So it's not just, hey, we're gonna plug in this technology and plug in that technology, it's how do we combine it all to be truly maximized. So Tri-Hot 5K have some new models this year, and this is really all about forgiveness and performance. The great multi-material, 3 different metals, new tungsten inserts, really pushing this weight really far forward. What we found is that almost every player is going to benefit with a more forward CG if you can get the MOI high enough, make it forgiving. That's a great combination. And that 5K in the name stands for 5,000 MOI. So still features our great stroke lab shaft, steel in the tip. We got graphite here in the mid and torque section, additional weight at the butt end to get that total performance. Got the white hot insert, and before it was just blades. So now we introduced some mallets this year. We've got a 7, we've got a Rossi 2, and this great little triple wide center shafted. So taking our tri-hop putters, had great success on tour, and now expanding it really for every player type. Again, going from blades now into mallets, some heel shafted, some double bends, and even a center shafted model. So the benefit of the shaft is really the balance. We want to move the weight where it doesn't do a benefit, move it to the extremes, towards the tip and towards the butt end. What we find is that really stabilizes the stroke. People are much more consistently turning the face back to square. And when you get down to putting, there's lots that goes into it, but if you can get align it right and get the face back to square, you're going to be a pretty darn good putter. We're really excited about this. This is brand new, actually just launched this morning. This is our new Versa line. Now some people who might have been around a little bit may remember this. We actually had a line about 8 or 9 years ago. We're reintroducing it. Interestingly, this has been on tour every year. So while we haven't sold it as our main line, we haven't got away from it. We still believe in this technology, but we've definitely enhanced it. This is all new, all improved. Our great white hot insert, the #1 insert on tour, this great Versa alignment. So this black, white, black, you get the golf ball in front. People can look down and much better understanding of where they're lined at. So maybe another putter might be 3 or 4 degrees open. They put this down, they're gonna recognize, oh, I need to get the face closed, or vice versa. So it's a really great self-alignment tool. Get the multi-material, we have some of these aluminum sole plates to move the weight where we want it again, which is really forward. So high MOI, CG forward, really great performing, especially when you factor in the alignment. So almost all of our putters are at 3 degrees of loft. So, it could depend a little bit. We obviously recommend people get fit for putters. People with a lot of forward press might need a little bit more loft because they're de-lofting it. People who have their hands back might need a little bit more. Thing to remember though is if you bend the loft more than about 1 degree, it starts to affect how the sole sits on the ground. So the most we ever recommend bending for loft is about 1 degree. So our standard grip is this great Odyssey grip. Again, all of them have a weight inside with the Stroke Lab shaft. It's a really nice pistol grip. We have lots of custom grips though, so almost any grip that you want, we can get custom through Odyssey. I believe there is 7 different Versas and 8 different tri-hots this year. So again, we're going to find the right toe hang, the right hosel, the right neck, the right alignment features specifically for your game. John Rahm is using White Hot OG, actually. He's using a model from last year still. He's using the Rossi 2, but we have a Rossi 2 in Tri-Hot, which is very similar. We would highly recommend that. Give it a try.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the show. We hope that you found something that you might want to go out and try, and maybe it'll help you to play better golf. Remember, though, whatever you try, do it under the watchful eye of a PGA professional. Don't miss Program 2. In Program 2, we've got some more wonderful items that we're going to show you from some of the big companies like Ping, Wilson, and Cobra, and many others. Good night.